Hello, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me again today. We've got another update that touches on crime, safety, and the issue of illegal activities linked to foreign nationals in South Africa. Please make sure you stay with me until the end, because I'll be sharing the sources of this news so you can go and verify everything for yourself. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so that you never miss important updates like this. Now, let's get straight into it. In Durban and across KwaZulu-Natal, a special crime unit has been launched to deal specifically with foreign nationals who are said to be heavily involved in organized crime. According to reports, this unit has been created after months of community complaints about drug syndicates, human trafficking operations, and violent criminal activities that are allegedly being run or influenced by groups of foreign nationals, with Nigerian syndicates often singled out. This isn't just another normal police operation. Authorities are describing this as a targeted approach to dismantle criminal networks that they believe are holding entire communities hostage. The new crime unit will be focusing on drugs, human trafficking, illegal weapons, and other underground activities that are destabilizing communities in KZN. Durban has long been identified as one of the hotspots for drug trafficking, and law enforcement says that many of the networks involved operate across borders, bringing substances into the country and distributing them widely. The formation of this new unit signals that government and provincial leaders are under serious pressure to act, especially with crime statistics showing high levels of gang activity linked to international syndicates. For the average South African, especially in KZN, this move might feel long overdue. Communities have been expressing frustration for years, saying that their children are being destroyed by drugs, that their neighborhoods are no longer safe, and that police seem to be overwhelmed. Many residents believe that the rise of drug abuse, prostitution rings, and even cash-in-transit crimes has been fueled by foreign criminal networks operating too freely within the country. The authorities say the new special crime unit is not about targeting foreign nationals just for being in South Africa, but specifically about cracking down on those who are using the country as a base for criminal activity. In simple terms, if you are here legally and living a clean life, there's no reason to worry. But for those who are engaged in drug trafficking, kidnapping, fraud, and similar activities, the message is clear: your time is running out. Now, of course, this type of development always sparks debate. Some people argue that this focus on Nigerians and other foreign nationals risks creating stereotypes and unfair treatment of innocent people who happen to come from those countries. Others insist that the reality on the ground speaks for itself and that South Africa cannot ignore the involvement of foreign syndicates in serious crimes any longer. One thing we can't deny is that South Africa has been battling with high crime rates for years, and many citizens feel as though the government has not done enough to keep them safe. Moves like this are therefore welcomed by those who believe crime has reached crisis levels. But there's also another angle. Specialized units like this cost money, require training, and need political will to be effective. Communities will be watching closely to see if this new KZN unit actually makes a difference, or if it becomes another initiative that starts off strong but fades away due to lack of support. For South Africans in Durban and surrounding areas, the hope is that this unit will bring real results. People want to see arrests, convictions, and safer neighborhoods. They want drug dens shut down, weapons seized, and human trafficking rings dismantled. Essentially, they want to live in communities where children can play without fear and where people don't have to lock themselves indoors as soon as the sun goes down. There's also growing talk about the need for cooperation with international partners. Because many of these networks operate across borders, local police can't do it alone. South Africa will need to work with neighboring countries and possibly even with global agencies to track and disrupt the flow of drugs, weapons, and money. As much as this new crime unit is about protecting communities, it also sends a message beyond South Africa's borders. It's saying, quite directly, that foreign syndicates cannot simply come into the country, set up their operations, and expect no consequences. Durban and KZN are now under special watch, and the authorities are promising a harder stance on criminality. And while this is being framed as bad news for Nigerians and other foreign nationals who are involved in crime, for ordinary South Africans, it could be seen as good news. Good news that action is finally being taken, that government and police are listening to communities, and that law enforcement is stepping up to the challenge. Of course, only time will tell if this unit will be successful. We've seen promises before, and we've seen initiatives that started off with excitement only to end in disappointment. South Africans are tired of words, they want action, they want results, and they want their safety to come first. Before I wrap up, I'll just say this. The fight against crime is never an easy one, and while this new unit is being celebrated in some quarters, it's also going to face challenges, including corruption, resource shortages, and the clever way syndicates adapt to law enforcement pressure. But if you're in Durban or anywhere in KZN, you'll probably be paying close attention to see if this new approach really does change things. Communities are hopeful, but they are also cautious, because they've seen too many promises come and go. Now, on a lighter note, I just want to say, sometimes in South Africa, it feels like we have more task teams, commissions, and special units than we have working traffic lights. Hopefully, this one doesn't just exist on paper but actually makes life safer for ordinary people. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy these updates, and make sure you watch until the end to see the list of sources so you can confirm this news for yourself. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Sources: Daily Maverick, News 24, IOL, Times Live, SABC News.